Boker Tov. Good morning. How are you? The sun is shining, the birds are singing. How are you out there? After all, it's Torah Tuesday. Yay! And that's a good thing. Now, normally, this week's Parsha would be Noach. Well, it is Noach, actually. But, the big but, we're going to stay with Bereshit. Because a bunch of you asked a bunch of questions. And you're not ready to leave Bereshit. So you know what? We're going back there. There's a couple of things that just need to be talked about. Okay? There's a lot going on in Bereshit. I get it. Okay? And there's a couple of very simple principles that aren't so simple. So, let's get right into it, okay? Okay. When God began to create the heaven and the earth being unformed and void, with darkness over the surface of the deep, and a wind from God sweeping over the water, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was an evening, and there was a morning, a first day. So, what just happened? What just happened? That is a very popular question, okay? It's not the sun and the moon, because they don't show up till later. So it's not day and night, like you and I are used to. What happened? Okay? I'm going to get artsy-fartsy on you, okay? Think of an artist's canvas. You've got a plain, blank artist canvas. And you draw something on it. And there's something from nothing. Okay? What have we just done? Okay? He just invented consciousness or reality. Call it what you want. Okay? What he's doing is building the basic building blocks of creation. Doesn't this sound like some other stuff we know? Some science folks, like the Big Bang? Yeah. It's not that far off, folks. People go running and like screaming like a bunch of girls. No, it can't be the same. Why not? Why not? Okay? Why can't science and religion get there from two different places? Why can't we get along? Really? Come on, folks. Think with your head. Okay? Think with your head. Okay? So, we've now got consciousness. The first day. He separated the first day from God said, "Let there be expanse in the midst of this water, that it may separate water from water." God made the expanse, and it separated the water which was below the expanse from the water which was above the expanse. And it was so. And God created, and God called the expanse sky, and there was an evening, and there was a morning, a second day. What? Huh? We're still really cosmic right now, okay? We're not on our little earth. We're still really cosmic right now. God said, "Let the water below the sky be gathered into one area. The dry land may appear," and it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of waters he called seas. And God saw that this was good. And God said, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, seed-bearing plants, fruit trees of every kind, on earth that bear fruit and the seed in it." And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, seed-bearing plants of every kind, and the trees of every kind, bearing fruit from the seed in it. And God saw that that was good. And there was an evening, and there was a morning, a third day. So it's the third day of creation, and we're just getting to what you and I know as earth. Okay? Land and sea and stuff like that. This was very well thought out. It took a long time to build the universe. Okay, this was no rush job. It was very well thought out. Oh, here's another thing that a lot of people asked about last week. About day and night. Why doesn't our day in the Jewish calendar start in the morning when the sun comes up? Okay, well, it's right here because when it says there was evening and there was morning the third day. Evening is when our day starts, and then morning. Okay? So the Jewish calendar starts at night. Okay? So for example, if we have a holiday, it's Erev, the night of whatever that day is. Okay? So instead of starting at 6 a.m., an arbitrary figure, we start at the evening when the sun goes down, and that becomes the name of the day. And that's where we get this from. The Jewish calendars, we get this from the source. Okay, the Torah. Okay. All right. So, then God said, let there be lights in the expanse in the sky, and a separate day from night. They shall serve as signs for the set times, the days and the years, and they shall serve as lights in the expanse of the sky to shine upon the earth. And it was so. Okay. God made the two great lights, the greater light to dominate the day, and the lesser light to dominate the night, and the stars. And God set them in expanse in the sky to shine upon the earth, to dominate the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that that was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, a fourth day. So what just happened here? We've got the stars in the sky. We've got day, we've got night, what we're used to. We have what we call the 24-hour period. That just was invented. Okay? The two orbs, obviously, are the sun and the moon. We know today that they never go anywhere because we're constantly going around, right? But back then, did they know that? No. They didn't know where they went. They didn't know where they came from. All they knew was that they were there. Science meet religion. Come on again. Okay. Again, it's not, we're not butting heads here, folks. Okay. So that was the fourth day. And then the fifth day starts creating animals and vegetation and good stuff like that. And then on the sixth day, we finally come around. Okay. So, what was that other question everybody had? Everybody had about that. So I don't want to belabor it. Blah 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 blah. The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the world that He had been doing, and He ceased. On the seventh day, from all the work He had done, and God blessed the seventh day, and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that He had done. Such is the story of heaven and earth when they were created. So, what we get from that is we get Shabbat. Okay, if God could rest on the seventh day, so can we, is what He's telling us. Okay? If He can make an entire universe and then rest on the seventh day, so can we. That's what He's saying. Okay? It's not that tough. Okay? And now we're going to get into, and you know what? Next week we might go into more because you had more questions on this. So we'll see what happens. Okay, but I don't want to get too far behind. But we'll see what happens. Okay, this is important stuff though. All right? So, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you learned something. And I hope we covered what you missed. And I hope you're not feeling like you missed it anymore. So, I love seeing your names scrolling on the screen. I love your questions. And otherwise, I will see you next week. Next week is Torah Tuesday. Yay! See you next week. Same time, same bad jam. Have a wonderful week. Peace out.